I've held back on giving a real personal opinion as to the severity really of this. I can see the economic issues if it persists, and I can see obviously the health dangers to us all. However, I'm still sitting here like most people, having the same information as most people. Maybe the luxury of time is something that I take for granted, but I've been watching a lot of information and trying not to get carried away with it. I see a cruise ship full of Americans, mainly white people, boarding Cambodia, welcomed by a prime minister wearing no mask, carrying roses, and off they go. Meanwhile, we see another cruise ship with 454 suspected cases, and this cruise ship is a Japanese cruise ship with mainly Japanese tourists on board. So we also see a situation where the Chinese are looking to send 160 million people back to work next Tuesday, and this to me will be a massive indicator if the young working start to infect each other, and we see a rise of demographics among age groups, say 18 to 40 or 18 to 45, then we know that this isn't something that's just a winter flu or a crossover virus that's been used as a global Psyop of some description. And in my previous videos we covered what that could be. Well, I think a lot of people are thinking this is another push towards a cashless society and a microchip RFID implant under our skin, so that we'd have to have one to travel or purchase or receive any kind of medical care in the future. But I really do think that if the Chinese go back to work next week and we get real information and the young aren't infected, then this really is another simple outbreak, which is affecting the old and the already elderly of a particular demographic type, which doesn't make it too different from any other type of flu. So forgetting the lockdowns and what we're seeing on TV, the amount of people that would die in a country like China every winter from the flu is about what we're seeing now. There's no increase, but of course we also get the contradictory reports from crematoriums, from health workers. So it's really the only clue I think we're going to get is when the young Chinese go back to work. If they infect each other and start spreading, then other young people from other nations, obviously, who they'll come into contact with, start picking up the virus. But at the moment, obviously, it's very sad that it's even attacking a particular demographic. But as I say, it does seem to be Chinese. It does seem to be the Asian and ACE types, Chinese and Japanese, particularly at the top, and the already ill and the elderly. So watching the pictures of those people being released from the cruise ship in Cambodia, it's either the worst move in history to release hundreds of people, potential carriers of a virus that could travel to the far extremes of the world from those 500 people, or there's simply nothing to worry about, and that is a clue in itself, or a visual indicator, if you like, that we in the West and of a certain genome type don't have too much to worry about at this stage. It might sound selfish, but you have to look at the contradictory information coming through on all mainstream media, and realise, is this being manufactured for purpose? I don't mean the virus, I mean the entire scenario, and what would be the benefits to the financial institutions and travel companies, governments, censorship, lockdowns. That's all I have to say for now. Cheers.